Hello and welcome to Star Citizen Sunday. This is a weekly show which covers all the news of Star Citizen from the week just past. I am your host Mac, so let's get on with it. This week, 3.2 progress is complete. We hear more in terms of the new grouping system, plus we see wind effects on Hurston. So just a short calling all devs this week. The first question is, will it be possible from our Mobiglass to remotely control our ships, maybe trigger an autopilot to come and pick us up? And the answer is no. Next question is, with ship item kiosks, can we expect a ship buying or renting experience anytime soon? Now this is a super important question, and the answer is yes. They've been talking about getting Arena Commander and Star Marine using rental equipment credits, and the goal is also to get a shop in Hurston using Alpha United Earth credits for purchasing of ships. Now they are hoping to get this done for 3.3. That is their goal. It is not guaranteed for 3.3, but that is where they're aiming to get it into. I do hope that Arena Commander and Star Marine rental equipment credit stuff isn't taking priority over buying ships in 3.3. That, I think, is one of the biggest importances of Star Citizen. It's just being able to buy ships, earn credits, buy ships in-game. That is the gameplay loop, and it gives people a lot more reason to play. Next question is, what's happening with the Genesis Starliner? Now, they say that they match ships with the schedule releases and priorities for what's coming up with each patch. The Starliner has no driving need for the PU just yet, so it's on the back shelf, really. Final question, how is insurance time to be calculated? Is it actual hours or as you play? And they said that the timers are going to be real world, months, days, etc. So if you rent a habitation unit for a week, it is going to be a real week. And also, this will be the same for other areas of the game. You just want to stick to real time for consistency. So if you have a year's insurance on a ship, it is going to be a full year rather than in-game time, which is kind of swings and roundabouts. If you play a lot, then that's brilliant because, you know, it's going to be a full year. If you don't play and you only come in now and again, you could miss out on it. But they need to establish one or the other. And I think that that is the best option because it kind of makes LTI and this whole insurance thing less important. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Very excited to hear ship purchasing coming in the next patch. So end of September, technically. Fingers crossed it makes it in. It is super important, and I agree with a lot of you. They should put that on the roadmap. It is super important news. Anyway, let's get on with Around the Verse. So, moving on swiftly to Around the Verse for the project update. They said that in terms of characters, progress has been made with the facial rig tool, which we can see being used on an angry Vandal. This will bring the Vandal faces to life. I'm very excited to come face to face with the Vandal. And slightly apprehensive. Mining is the biggest focus on 3.2. They're making sure it's fun and involving. I have done a separate video for mining and scanning, so follow the link below to that one. Kiosks for selling and refining extracted minerals are getting worked on as well. This is the small step to building the in-game economy. The audio team are enhancing PU missions. We saw this on a derelict ship. It does set a somber and mysterious mood while exploring, and it does sound really good. Sound effects for probe explosions as well have been worked on. This is for a new mission type in 3.2, I believe. I've not yet played that one, though. The new party system is being tested. We will take a look at this further on in ATV. Power allocation was also added to ships in 3.2, and how you can assign power makes a big difference. Now, I'm currently getting footage together from a recent stream in which I rerouted power from a damaged 600i from its weapons and shields to the thrusters and engines to try and escape a planet. That should be coming up as a quick sort of separate highlight video on YouTube. Hopefully today, if it's not up already. The core tech developments allow them to implement changing weather on planets like Hurston. We did see the state of Hurston's winds. Very excited to get that planet in 3.3. And the new weapons for 3.2 are all ready to go. This includes the Democo light machine gun, the F-55 light machine gun, scalpel sniper rifle, and one new ship weapon. I am in the process of recording a video on the new weapons, so do keep an eye out for that. So the main focus of ATV was the grouping system itself. This is all going to be integrated into the Mobiglass. So on the Mobiglass, the first tab is the comlink, and this allows you to connect to people and see who's in your party, change the chat lobbies. The lobby service will replace the current chat system and allow for chat in different settings, and the chat will be saved on the website as well. So if you've had a little conversation with someone, it'll be on the website for you to read later. You can kick, you can leave, you can remove from contacts people, but if you F-click on a player, on their face apparently, you can then add them to the contacts or invite them to a game. Now this is instead of having to go through the F11. As soon as you've added them to a party, you'll see a marker above their head so you can see where they are. It does work very well. We've used this ourselves and it's a really nice system. It also plays a part in the quantum linking. It needs to figure out who is together and within a group. Then it allows you to jump together. That is something, as I say, we'll be working on bringing a video about. For the future, it will be all on Spectrum, so players outside of the game will have access to the same chat and party as someone inside the game. They say they just want to empower players to play with friends more than we can at the moment, and honestly, I think it's going to be a nice touch. And as soon as 3.3 brings VoIP and FOIP and whatnot, that's going to make such a big difference. Anyway, quite a short ATV this week. They did have Lawmakers at the end of this, looking at the Caliban system. That starts at the 10th minute, 22nd second. So do follow the link below to ATV and get to that timestamp if you want to watch Lawmakers. So Reverse the Verse this week looked further into the grouping and party system. Now obviously the group system is to be tier 0 that we're getting in 3.2, not the end result. Just the very first integration of grouping. 3.2, it has inviting your friends in-game and adding people to your contacts with a simpler chat function, instead of having to go to F11 or on the website itself. They're currently building the underlying systems and framework to help with organizations and everything else as they go. So the first question was, will we be able to trade Alpha United Earth credits with other players? Now, trading is not in-game now, but it will likely be an extension of the service beacon system. Creating contracts for jobs for people to take is the core element of this, and they want to get a mission reward sharing into the group system as well, but that requires other systems not quite set up yet. They do want you to be able to complete missions based on the party. Basically, anyone who completes the mission finishes the mission rather than it having to be one specific person. And a similar thing for the reward sharing, sort of who gets what and how it's all distributed. So, as they say, tier 0, that this will just be added as the other systems come in as well. Next question is, what is the party size limits? For now, as you know, it's just set to 8 people. It can be adjusted and it is designed to hold unlimited amounts of members, but there will likely be a limit as it just makes sense. Next question is to do with the dual chat interface. The HUD system seems redundant now that we have it in the Mobiglass. And it basically is. They say that the Mobiglass is the Spectrum integration side of the system, managing your channels and contacts, replacing this F11 feature. It just makes it more discoverable in-game as well, rather than having to automatically know that F11 is the button or F12 is the button for your contacts. So having it in the Mobiglass means that people will just explore it and come across it without having to be explained. Question after this is to do with quantum linking. Is it working? How does it work? And it does tie into the group system and just enables players to jump together. As I've said in one of the early videos, I will be making a video on this with some friends in the verse because we have tried. It didn't quite work, but the intention of it is there, and it does look like it's going to be pretty impressive. Next question is, will there be a looking for group system? So someone advertising that they're looking to group. And they said that there is nothing just yet. If you met someone, you will be able to add them to a group, or invite them, should I say, and then fly with them. So even if you're in the middle of you just find you have fun with some random people, you can look at them and you can click on them and add them to contacts or invite them to a group. But nothing in terms of I'm searching for grouping. Again, it'll probably come later. Next question, is it planned for group members to share profession telemetry, so mining results or ship damage, etc.? And again, not tier 0, but they do plan to enable this and allow friends to share information. So yes, there will be a lot of information sharing between ships and between friends, but nothing at the moment. Is there a way to create parties outside of game? Yes, there will be. The intention is for Spectrum, so you can access the party chat whether you're in or outside of game. So if you're at work and you want to set up an event, you can set it up via your Spectrum and just add people, even if they're in game, and then you can party it with people when you get in game and just join in once you get home. So yes, it's all integrated and it'll allow you to be in and outside a game and just setting things up, checking things and keeping track of what's going on. Next question is, does the group system affect cargo in any way? Now, they said these features are more related to fleet sharing, which is way too early to say yet. So until things like fleet sharing, and this is all something that's coming more with organisations and whatnot. They said they've got a lot of plans for orgs, so we'll have to see what they come up with. Next question is, what are the party leaders' powers? And currently it is full authority over the party, so you can invite, you can kick, but that's all they have at the moment. They will increase these options later on, I'm sure. Second to last question, what about disabling party invites? Will we be able to do this, so stopping people from inviting you? And again, not yet, but eventually. Final question is, what's the distance limit to a group? So if someone is on Artcore, you're on Hurston, would that still work? And they say, no, you can be in a group anywhere in the verse. The information of someone's location may not be accurate to start with, but this will be built upon. Anyway, that's the grouping system RTV. Just asking all the questions, or answering all the questions that we've been asking. Definitely something that is missing from the game is this grouping party system, just to make it a little more streamlined, a little easier to do, and integrating it into the game is a really nice touch, rather than having to press F11 and sort of throw yourself out of the immersion. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys. What is it that you would like to see added to the grouping system? Is there anything you don't like? Put your comments below, and let's move on. So also this week, there is a new Kaizen post titled Pushing Metal, where they interview the new Drake Interplanetary CEO, Arden. Oh, I don't know. So that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you for watching, and thank you to our subscribers, plus a massive thank you to our patrons as you make this possible. If you like what we do and want to help us make it better, follow the link in the description to our Patreon page to learn more.